Hi everyone, welcome back to Yellow Cottage Soapery. I am making a blue hydrangea type soap, and I've not used this fragrance before, but it is a dupe of Yankee Candle's blue hydrangea, and the fragrance description says, it will remind you of a combination of sun-kissed hydrangeas and fresh breezes. And I have to say it's probably one of the best florals that I've smelled, and I've smelled and used a lot. It kind of reminds me of walking into a flower shop and just that fresh, yummy floral scent. And I'm not really sure, let me see if it performs some acceleration, which I figured because it is a floral. It does have a little bit of vanillin in it, so hopefully the titanium dioxide that I'm using will tone that down a little bit. I'm going to be using 3 different colors along with white. One is this dark purple, but I am going to tone it down with a little bit of TD. Then I have this beautiful dark blue, which is also, I want lighter. And then I have this other, I'm not sure what the name of this is, but it's a really pretty, like a raspberry. I think it's from Brambleberry. And so I'm going to do the 3 different colors. I'm not sure how I'm going to pour it yet, but I am going to use those 3 colors to pipe what I'm hoping will look like hydrangeas on the top of the soap. Now, I watched a cake decorating video to see how to pipe them, and it says to use Wilton Tip 2D, so that's what I have. So hopefully, I'm more worried about the colors looking like hydrangeas, so hopefully that'll be okay. Let's go ahead and get started. And since I'm pretty sure this is going to accelerate a little bit, I'm really just going to mix it till I can just tell that it's emulsified. Like that, you know, and right now it's really not even fully emulsified, but by the time I put my cream in and color it, stick blend, you know, all of that, it will be fine. But I don't want to mix it too much with the stick blender. Okay, I'm thinking here for a second. Just maybe a tiny bit more in each. That's good, okay. This will be the white. Now, I'm gonna just mix up a tiny bit more TD to put in there. Okay, all I do is, I do have water, distilled water in here, but instead of mixing it in here, because I find that it clumps at the bottom and then I can't, like the ball bearings that are in there to shake it up get stuck in it. So I usually just keep some water, distilled water in here, and a little bit of TD. I pour it into just a small little Dixie cup, and I put my tablespoon or however much titanium dioxide I want in here and mix it up. And then if I have any left after I'm done soaping it, I pour it into the jug and back into my container. But I don't usually just squirt it out of there, and the reason is because I can't see how much I'm squirting. I can't really, I always feel like I'm gonna get glycerin rivers if I do that, because I could do too much. So that's why I like to put it in this little cup, and then I know pretty much exactly. Okay, I am back. I have to show you, I made a gigantic mess. Before I could get it in the bag, it started to seize. I literally could pick it up out of the bowl with my hand and put it in the bag. That's how hard it had gotten. So I ended up putting it all in the bag, right? I thought, all right, I'm going to try to pipe it. There is no way I could even squeeze the littlest amount out. So I popped the tip out of the bag. I put the bag in a bowl. I put it in the microwave for 20 seconds just to see if it would loosen it up. Well, it got really super hot. I pulled it out. I put it into another piping bag. I left it in this piping bag, put it into another one with the tip in it, and I had to have a towel around it. It was so warm, and it would just squeeze out in these blobs. So I just did it as fast as I could because look at this mess, and I was like, I'm never even going to get this in the mold. This is horrible. So this is what it looks like so much for piping my beautiful hydrangeas on the top. I almost think I made this soap when I first, or this fragrance when I first started making soap, and I think it did the same thing, and I should have looked back at my notes and I would have known that. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow to show you the cut, but it's a huge mess. I have no idea what it's going to look like, but thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Hi everyone, welcome back. Well, I've decided to go ahead and cut the hydrangea soap that was such a mess. I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to plane the top off of it, and I'm going to fix it. So the first thing I'll do is I will cut it, and then I will attach to this video will be how I'm going to fix it. I mean, I like the colors of both, but I don't know. I really had my heart set on piping hydrangeas, so that is what I'm going to do. And it smells so good. Hey Lynn, smell this.
It smells like outside.
Outside, yeah, it's hydrangeas. Speaking of hydrangeas, I just caught... Aren't they pretty? I just cut these off of our bush outside and brought in and put in a vase. Aren't they beautiful? And I read an article where you can actually change the color of your hydrangea bush. This must be a different variety. I don't really see that pink color very much, but normally it's, you know, the shades of blue or purple, but you can change it. I forget exactly how you do it. I know one of them, if it's one color and you want the other color, you just put coffee grounds in the soil, and that changes it. And I forget, there's one more thing you can add to change it to the other color. I would have to look it up again and see, but I thought that was pretty cool. Now, obviously this gave me a lot of problems, but the smell is just really good. I'm going to have to look for a hydrangea fragrance that plays a little nicer. One thing I could have done, if you notice when I put the fragrance in, each color, it was sort of, you know, I was able to mix it. So at that time is when I should have just poured it right in the mold, maybe did like a layering. And then just went on and did the same thing with the next color, and it would have worked. The fragrance is definitely a keeper, I think. I just need to find either a better one or a better way to work with this one. And the last one. I will be back to show you how I'm going to fix these. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, and welcome back. I am going to fix these soaps that I was not able to pipe the hydrangea on the top like I wanted to, so I decided I'm going to try to fix them and make them beautiful with hydrangeas and maybe some leaves on the top. So I measured out just a small batch so that I could pipe. And I'm going to do a little bit of white, a little bit of green for leaves, and then the other two are going to be a light blue and a light purple. And then I'm going to put them in my piping bag and pipe on the top and hopefully make those soaps beautiful. Wait, I need to put this in first. Okay. Now this is not going to be scented. I don't have any more of the hydrangea scent, and even if I did, I wouldn't use it because you saw what happened. So the bars are very fragranced. In fact, I have the hydrangeas I showed you earlier on the kitchen table, but they don't really smell. And I had these soaps sitting on the table as well, and I don't want quite that much. This is for the green. I'm trying to think. Well, maybe a little bit more. And he said, those hydrangeas really smell good. And I said, no, it's not. It's not the hydrangeas. It is my soap, and because they smell so good. Let's see. I'm trying to think for a second. I think I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to put some titanium dioxide in this and lighten this right here a little bit before I separate into my color. Just to give more of a white base. And then I'll probably add a little bit more to make it more white to this part. I want the majority to be blue and just kind of an accent purple, like a lilac color. Okay, let's see. We want, these I had mixed up from last night, so I'm going to use these. They're a little thick, but they should blend up fine. Also, adding the titanium dioxide will help it get thicker quicker, so I can pipe it since I'm not using a fragrance in this part. Alright, then this is going to be the purple. And then this will be this green. This is a new green I just got. It's called Green Shamrock from Nature's Garden. No, it's not from Nature's Garden. Wholesale Supplies Plus. They had, I always need green. I use green a lot, and I've been wanting like a darker green that wasn't, what's the word I'm trying to find? Some of the green, or some of the darker color, they're oxides, and they don't mix in as well as a mica. So I have a green chromium oxide, but it doesn't mix in great. Show you what I'm doing. I had a little bit of this blue left from last night, and so I just went ahead with the popsicle stick and just kind of lined some on the inside of the bag. And I think what I'm going to do, because you know hydrangeas have kind of a purpley blue variation to them, so I'm just going to scoop this in here and kind of just mix it up a little bit. So I don't want it to come out like all purple in the bag or all blue. And then I think I'll try to pour kind of pour the white down the center if I can. These bags aren't as wide as I would like them to be. They're wide at the top but really narrow at the bottom, so you can't, it's hard to get colors down in there. Okay. I don't know with the white how I'm going to do this. Let me think. Maybe I'll just go ahead and put the white in with it too. Why not? And then I can just dump it all in there. I'm just winging this. And making a mess. Alright, let's see. Just kind of... Maybe it's ready. Let's give it a shot. I think what I'm going to do first, see, this isn't thick enough here, I don't believe. It's kind of thin. Alright, this is a Wilton 2D. It's kind of okay to pipe, but it's like almost not okay. I don't know. I don't like that blue that I lined it with, I don't think. I can't decide. Alright, I'm going to let it set up for a couple more minutes and I will be back. Okay, I think it's ready to pipe. I went ahead and rinsed off the piping on that one because I didn't like the blue in it, and I went ahead and put some on wax paper, just dollops, to try to get some of it out, and it looks like it should be fine now, hopefully. It might come out a little, but hopefully not that much. I was going to do the leaves first, but I think I'll just do the flowers first. And it's still coming out, but someone asked me how it stuck to the soap when I did this kind of before, and I've never had a problem. I don't know, it might be my recipe, but I've never had a problem with it sticking. I did spray these with 91% rubbing alcohol. I don't really know if it helps a lot, but I just do it. These are kind of tall bars for sure, but doesn't turn back, it's going to be ugly. Maybe I'll just do a couple on each. I think it's really cool how it hangs down like that. Maybe I'll do more soaps that I pipe after. I've been wanting to do it, but I just end up piping it when I'm making it just because it's easy, but it looks kind of cool like this. You guys can see, I'm sorry if I was holding that too high. This is tip number Wilton 113. It's a very big leaf tip. I actually like the green. I think it definitely adds some character to it. Just not in love with the color. Okay guys, I'll show you one up close. Let me see. That one kind of has the little bit more variegated on the edges. And then this one has more of the lighter blues. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.